A long-serving former congressman and well-known figure in the community shares a devastating medical diagnosis. Dennis Moore and his wife Stephanie asked Elizabeth and 41 Action News to share their story.
That's right, Mark. Dennis and Stephanie Moore and I are friends. We've known each other for a very long time. We've volunteered with Medical Missions Foundation and Kids TLC, where I also work. So there's a long history. This was a difficult interview for all of us, but Dennis and Stephanie feel they need to talk about what they are going through and what lies ahead.
This land is your land, this land is my land.
Dennis Moore pictured his legacy as accomplishments in Congress, his work as the Johnson County DA, as a loving husband and doting grandpa. Now his legacy will include something else.
Well, I saw it in my dad, and it progressed steadily over several years and got worse and worse.
Dennis Moore and his wife Stephanie now confirm what they know has been rumored. The former congressman has Alzheimer's disease.
I think it does start off and probably takes a few years and gets to the point where it gets pretty bad. But I don't think I'm in a bad position right now by any means.
The symptoms started out as small lapses in memory.
He would forget the names of some people. Maybe he likes to play his guitar, as everyone knows, and he might forget a verse that I knew he knew.
There is no test for Alzheimer's. It's a process of elimination.
The diagnosis was really confirmed in June of 2011.
Dr. Marilyn Reimer of St. Luke's Neuroscience Institute made the diagnosis, then called for a second opinion. She's been guiding the Moores through the difficult process of accepting the disease and moving forward with a life that will not go as they planned.
They've both been very brave, frankly. They've been real brave about facing this and deciding how to go about learning how to deal with the problems that it promotes.
Politics prepared Dennis and Stephanie for the battle. They've faced grueling campaigns and tough opponents before.
It is scary, but I think Dennis and I have always been willing to take on a challenge.
Stephanie is protective and energetic. She's also a nurse, researching what to expect, how to educate their children and friends.
We both understand when you get something dealt to you, whatever, you make the best of it. That's why we're here.
But she's also a wife, dealing with her own range of emotions.
Well, you asked me how I reacted in the beginning, and I think you know it's going to change. You don't know how.
At times, they rely on each other.
Okay.
Now the Moores begin a new campaign.
I want to help promote public awareness and understanding of this horrible disease.
From California to the New York Island.
The Moores do not see Alzheimer's as the end of their public life. In some ways, it's just the beginning.
This land was made, you and me.
I just want to point out Dennis was on his guitar. That wasn't filed video. He does most of the things he's always done. He says he's a little bored in retirement and he wishes he could work, so he'll be working for a lot of local service organizations that he's always worked with in the past.
Well, he's always been so kind. I know when I was in Washington celebrating my son's 12th birthday, we just passed by his office and he ushered us in and treated my son like royalty and always made everybody feel so welcome and important. And we've got much more in the story coming up at 10, I know.
We do. We're going to talk more to Dennis and Stephanie about how they're getting through this, what kind of quality of life to expect, and his doctor has some ideas for all of us regarding this disease, too. We also want to say that Dennis Moore was served, just to give you some background, Kansas from 1999 until the end of 2010 in the U.S. House of Representatives. He was a Democrat who represented the 3rd Congressional District in Kansas. He announced in November of 2010 that he would not seek re-election. He also served as Johnson County District Attorney for 12 years before that.